Click here to like this video. Your comments are welcome. Subscribe to get new videos. Hello, welcome back to this lesson. So what we've got into now, we have to consider certain aspects of the documentation which runs in like the doors and window shadows. Okay, and the thing is that Revit gives you these features you want in a table form. Okay, so that is what you're going to get, but most people to prefer having it in a graphical form, in a pictorial form. Okay, so that they can relate to it and see the dimensions around the windows or the doors, rather than keeping it on a table and referring to that. It doesn't look so graphical to them. So we are going to consider these two options and see how we can get around it. And so to get a door shadow, you first have to come to View, come to Shadow, you choose Shadow and Quantities. Good. So we choose Door or Doors. Then we say OK. Now there are some few things which we need to get here. So we choose Family and Type. We choose, okay, so we'll need the height of the door or window, but let me explain something to you first here. At the Shadow Property dialog box that opens, the first part, which is known as the field, represents the various headings of the table that is going to be formed. Okay, the filter is where you kind of select or kind of sort them out, sort the items that you need. I don't want to use sort because we have sorting here, but it kind of reveal what you want. So we use this to do that revealing or that selection. Okay, primary selection of what you want to populate. We use the filter to do that. The sorting and grouping is where the various items in the list, when itemized, will be grouped. Okay, so in terms of presentation, so how is it going to be grouped? I'm going to have all the substructural elements grouped, and then you come to the windows and then doors. So that's sorting and grouping. You will determine how it should be by choosing the items which is going to sort it by. You come to formatting, and in formatting here you want to do something about the presentation. So how is it going to be aligned in the table, in the box? Is the writing going to be on the left side of the table or on the right side? And things like that. The units which you're going to use, if you're going to put some conditions in there, if you wanted to calculate the total, they are all going to be formed here. And then we come to appearance. Appearance here is more about graphical representation of the table. Okay, the column, the lines the lines that represent the columns and the rows. What are the graphical representation of that? Then the text too the same. Let's see what we can get from this thing as quickly as possible. So let's come back here. We've chosen Family and Type. We've chosen height. I want to see count so that it will count the number of it. Door panel height. No, I don't need all these things. I'll need the level so that I know, like the windows or the materials you're getting, the levels will let you know the exact location or its position in the plan. So scroll down. Let's scroll down to type mark. Type mark is important. Type mark marks the doors and the windows in their respective grades. Okay, so we have D1, D2, D3, and window 1, window 2. Finally, let's add width to it. Okay, and then that will work it out for me. Now, let's come to the arrangement. After the Family and Type, we have height, we have level, we have count. How would we want it to be? So at this point, you can use the move parameter arrow to move it up. You have height, you have count. So the count will let you know the exact number. So the height is here. Let's have the width probably before the height, and then the level will be there in the count. So this arrangement for me is okay. We have new parameters, we have calculated parameter, and these ones are when you want to introduce some kind of parameters for calculation, so that some of the things that we have in there are reviewed. You get those ones there. Then, so filter, sorting, nothing has been grouped now, but let's take a look at it first, how it first presents itself, then we can come back to sort them. Okay, so when you finish, you say okay, this is our table. So you see, just as we had it there, we have the family and type, the type mark. The type mark, as I said, you see, is the D1, D2, and the like. Now, it is so close to this part of it, so if we go to the format, we can decide to make the type mark come straight to the right side of the table. Okay, those kind of things are done at the formatting. Now, the width of it is here, the height of it is here, the level in which you are in. So all these doors we have in here are in ground floor level, and then this is the first floor level. So we can now come in there and then do our editing. So we click on sorting. It's okay, let me sort by family and type, and then when I finish, let me also have it in ascending order. Let's have a footer of it, and then you can also use lines to divide the various groupings for me. Okay, blank line to do that for me. And then let's move to the formatting. So the type mark, it has somehow mixed with this side. I want the type mark to be close to the right side, so I come to type mark and I say alignment, align to the right for me, and then mark. Okay, so we come to width. The width is okay, height is also okay, the level is also displaying, the count, calculate total, the total of that, yeah, of the various counts in the grouping. Let's see what it is. Okay, so you see, it means we have 3 families of doors. So we have the panel 1 type, which I believe is a double door. Then we also have our 900, and then we have our 800 doors. So that is what we have here. The quantity here is 2, 4, and then 6. So the grand total is 12 in all. Okay, so this is the first part of a door's shadow. So now let's now look at how we can get the graphical representation of it. But before that, let's try to play around with it a bit. You see, I'm getting it from ground first. It's like everywhere that there is a door, it tries to give you the levels as well. You see, so it tells you that this type of door, you have 2 at the ground floor, 2 at the first floor. Here too, you have 3 at the ground floor, you have 3 at the first floor. So it gives you that kind of separation, so you know where to find them, which for me is okay in terms of our items for our grouping. I think it's okay. This is not something for taking off. It is just to display what we have, and I think we've literally captured all that we want to have in it. We want to see the grand total to give you that the grand total is 12, but literally we don't have anything more in here. So let's move straight to the ground floor plan. We want to create another way by which we can get our doors and window shadows in a graphical way. How do we do it? So there we can use the tool legend. Okay, please click here to like this video. Your comments are welcome. Subscribe to get new videos.